Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Tradingofftilt. I'm Ryan. This video is going to be a little bit different than the typical videos that I tend to make on this channel, and it's going to be pertaining a little bit to human psychology. So I think it's going to be honestly more important than whatever Elliott wave count or whatever price targets to the upside and the downside that I have to offer to you guys. And the question we're going to be answering today is, can you become a successful trader without taking massive losses? So if you guys watch the video to the end, you're going to be walking away with a new set of expectations that I think is going to, like I mentioned, probably help you more than giving you guys simply an Elliott wave count that I think may be playing out. And the question we're going to first start off by asking ourselves is it possible to get good at anything without failing? You know, could you become a professional guitarist without failing? Can you become a professional athlete without failing? Well, to even reach up the professional level, you have to learn how to do it first of all. And you're not gonna just pick up a guitar and start playing like a professional guitarist. And the same goes for professional athletes. You're not gonna just be kicking around a soccer ball or a football and expect to be scoring goals like a professional athlete might be able to. So people have this expectation in trading that they could just join trading, join the markets, and instantly they're going to be profitable after a 4-week course or just by watching a few videos online. They don't know that in order to become good at anything, in order to become a professional at anything, so in order to become a professional trader, for example, you have to carry years under your belt, or even, not necessarily years. You could do it shorter than that. But you have to have a lot of time under your belt trading in order to reach that level of proficiency, just like you have to do in another area of discipline, whether it's sports or music or even chess. You're not going to expect to just join your local chess club and instantly become a grand chess master after a few months of playing chess. You have to learn from your failures, and over time you're going to keep developing. As you fail more and more, you're going to learn what not to do, and that's going to carry you forward into that level of proficiency that we all call professionalism. Now we have a quote that I want to share with you guys by Confucius, and he said, "I hear and I forget, I see and I remember, I do and I understand." I'm going to say that once more. I hear and I forget, I see and I remember, I do and I understand. So in the context of trading, I hear and I forget could simply be someone at the beginning of your trading journey telling you, "Hey man, don't forget to only risk 1% of your portfolio at once because I didn't and I lost everything." And that could be you thinking, he has a point. I'm only gonna risk 1% for the next, or I'm just gonna risk 1% for now on. So you go to risking 1% for the next few trades, maybe for the next few days, and then you start thinking, man, this is fucking boring. I can't get a Lamborghini. I only have a 5K portfolio. How am I going to double it overnight? And how am I going to turn this 5K into 1 million like this guy on YouTube claims he did? And so you're going to go back to your old risk management, and you're going to start using some faulty strategies that are going to end up having you blowing up your account at some point. And then moving on, we get the quote, "I see and I remember." That could be you seeing someone blow up their account. That could be you hearing about a disastrous trading story that your friend or someone you know had undergone. And then you internalize it a little bit more and you say, okay, I should go back to risk management. I should probably not risk more than 1% of my portfolio or 2% of my portfolio per trade. And so you start only risking 2% of your portfolio per trade for the next maybe 10 trades, maybe the next few days at this point. Longer than you did the last time, and then you start thinking the same thing, man, this is boring. I can't make a lot of money, only a 5K account, and now it's a 4K account, and I'm only gonna make I'm only gonna risk $20 per trade. So you start thinking, these thoughts start to creep in your mind, and you go back to your old risk management rules, which are faulty, and like I said, are gonna have you blowing up your account at some point that you don't know about, but it's gonna happen. And then I do and I understand is you finally blowing up your account, and then finally realizing why people were telling you to use risk management when you started a few months ago or even a few years ago. Some people don't experience this until a few years into their trading, and they think they're profitable. You might be profitable for a few months using a certain strategy, but then when the market crashes and you don't have risk management, you may lose everything if you're not being careful. So once you finally do and understand, once you finally lose a lot of money, you lose whatever's significant to you. And when we're saying massive losses, it's subjective. It depends how much money you have pre-existing, how much money you have to start with. If you're a millionaire, losing $1,000 probably is not the end of the world. But if you only have 10 grand, losing $1,000 is probably gonna be a significant hit. So once you make that loss, you're finally gonna understand the significance and the importance of risk management, and that might finally be the trigger that helps you propel yourself forward and actually become a profitable trader long term. All right, so the main takeaway from this is that trading is really no different than any other skill in that you need to take losses, you need to fail in order to learn and improve and learn what not to do. So until you take those losses in trading, you're probably going to remain on the road of unprofitability, and you need to view those losses as learning opportunities every time they come. They cannot be viewed as failures, because failing in trading should not be defined by losses, because everyone takes losses. Even the most profitable traders take losses. So what we need to all do is view them as learning opportunities, and the beast of trading is that sometimes losses are not our faults. You know, we could take a loss and we could have had every reason in the world to take that trade, and we still lost it. And this is the nature of the beast, like I mentioned, because all we need in the market is one participant or a few participants to bring the price down. Now, they have to have a lot of money to do that, most likely, but we just need a few people to bring the price down. And even though it was the perfect setup, Elon Musk could still cause us to lose a trade. So I want to go into a few examples with you guys to kind of bring home this point even further. And the first one is that in school, when we were all young, we did some things that we might consider stupid. You know, we might have raised our hands, we might have blurted out something in the middle of class. And how did we learn not to do these things? You know, it could have been embarrassment. It could have been our peers shunning us and causing us to feel ashamed of what we did. Or it could be the teacher reprimanding us. But the point is, there's always going to be something that really causes us to learn what not to do from a young age onward. So another example would be learning a foreign language, and this applies to me personally. And one of the best ways to learn a foreign language are by throwing yourself in a country that speaks that language and speaking with the native people. And through this process, you're going to face a lot of embarrassment and failure, because you're going to be using the wrong words, you're going to be mixing up your vocabulary, your grammar, and people are probably going to laugh at you at times because you're using the wrong words. And through that embarrassment and that failure, that's what's going to teach you what not to do, what words not to say in that context. And therefore, it's really the best way to learn a foreign language. And just like in trading, the best way to learn is by taking losses and failing. So like I said earlier, almost all successful traders have lost a significant portion of their wealth starting out. They took a significant hit to their portfolios, or they blew up several accounts before they actually finally achieved profitability. Now, to answer the question that we asked today of can you become a successful trader without taking massive losses or a massive loss, I personally think the answer to this question is generally no, because until you take that massive loss, you're going to go on thinking you're better than the rest, and you're going to be using reckless strategies, and you're not going to learn the importance of risk management until you have an emotional reaction to that loss. Now, taking small losses over a period of time, they're going to sting, but they're not going to be the same as blowing up an account, you know, losing something that's significant to you, because just losing maybe 5% of your portfolio, yes, you may have trouble sleeping that night. You may be a little bit sad, but until you really feel that feeling of depression after taking a massive loss, I feel like you're not going to really learn on a deep level the importance of things like risk management. Now, in theory, it is possible if you consume a lot of content like this right here, or the works of Mark Douglas, among other people. But anecdotally, I have yet to meet a trader who is profitable and did not take a massive loss starting out. But if you're watching this video and you are a profitable trader and you reach profitability without taking a massive loss, feel free to reach out to me, because I'd love to talk to you to see what you did to teach yourself the importance of things like risk management without taking that massive loss, because I've yet to come across someone like that. So it would be very interesting to hear your experiences and see what you did. Now, my main point for making this video is to give you guys encouragement. If you've already taken a massive loss, just understand that's very normal in trading, and you just learned a valuable lesson that's gonna prevent you from making that same mistake in the future. And if you have yet to take that massive loss, then perhaps consuming a lot of content like this one, maybe this video could have led you to develop the understanding necessary to use risk management properly. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and take care.